my mom always said that my father used to say that when my music is known, it will be a new music. And it was more so to say that, it will be long after I'm gone that, I'll get, what's rightfully mine. It wasn't until I got a lot older when I started to think a little bit deeper about really who my father was and what he stood for. For many years, the estate was run by a public administrator. I remember being 18 and having our first family meeting about the estate. And then a lawyer who happened to be a friend of my mom's started to inquire and wanted to kind of know more about just the legacy and how things were set up. And then he kind of questioned, why is, this estate, so many years after he's deceased, still run by a public administrator? It should be run by the family. And it wasn't until I had that bit of knowledge that I was like, oh, okay, I didn't know that. There's only one Peter Tosh, what it is. And so we started off kind of looking back, because just like every other musician, particularly a Black musician, there's always been places and times throughout their career when they've been taken advantage of. And so we spent a lot of time and money looking back to try to dig up, and fix the mistakes of the past. Now I reflect, and I'm always, any deal that comes our way, I ask about the exit strategy. I want to make sure that we're not locked into, something that doesn't work out. And, I also make sure that we put in performance benchmarks, so that if you're coming in and saying that, oh, we could do all of this and we're going to make money together, and you're like, and people talk, but, I want to see that criteria in the contract. I heard on the radio once, I think, where they were talking about Bobby Brown from New Edition, and they said every time that someone says his name or something on the radio, his royalties spike when it's on major radio. And so, I started to think about just, making sure that we have opportunities where people are speaking Peter Tosh's name in public. And so we have his Earth Strong celebration in October. That's every year. But then in 2015, I decided to kind of hijack what is known as April 20th, 420, which is just a cannabis enthusiast day. Mm-hmm. I'll just claim that day as International Peter Tosh Day. Can't Blame the Youth is really aimed at bridging that gap, that generation gap, and introducing people young people to the message and music of my father, really for inspiration, breaking down songs like African and connecting it to modern day times and the power of unity within Black people when they can recognize themselves as African first before Trinidadian, Jamaican, Texan, or European. If we recognize ourselves as African, there's a stronger bond, between us as Black people, and there's a greater power that we have unified.